So I really don't even know why I'm even doing this video. I'm actually setting up to stream actually, but I figured I'll go ahead and do this video. I feel like I have to kind of do this video just simply because I play a lot of the Yakuza games, so basically this is just kind of like first impressions of the first 3 episodes. I'm guessing there's going to be more to come next week or this week, depending on when this video goes up. There's a couple of things that I think is problematic. I think I could easily break this down into maybe like 3 issues, I think. To be blunt, I'm gonna be spoiler free for this, so I'm gonna be very vague with details. Honestly, just play the game, because the game is so much better than this TV series that's released. Needless to say, I think this is just completely hot garbage, because it's, as a fan, it's a 2 out of 10. I'm like greatly disappointed. I knew going into it things were going to change. I knew that characters were going to change, but you kind of suspect that it's going to be certain characters and not the ones that kind of helped you like the game to begin with. There is a chance that maybe all of this would change when the newer episodes come up, but looking at it, I just don't see it happening. I could easily break this down into 3 issues. Let's start with Shotaro Kazuma. Shotaro Kazuma, to my knowledge, he's an active Yakuza who, trying to be spoiler free here, likes to take care of his kids. He doesn't want his kids to get into the same lifestyle that he went through. He wants his kids to have a normal life and be out of the Yakuza. I feel like the show is doing the polar opposite, to where I can't even tell if Shotaro Kazuma is even Yakuza or not, because this man, he just wants to be granddad. And I mean, to be blunt, I kind of feel like the game, Shotaro Kazuma was Yakuza first and granddad second, while this was the opposite, to where he's a granddad first and possibly not even Yakuza at all. I do think he is, but yada yada yada, semantics. I mean, I'm seeing him like wear normal street clothes, and he just doesn't seem like Yakuza to me. But obviously, you play the game like he's exclusively in a suit, you know what I mean? So, but then that is the least of the problems, because you have then the character Yumi. And Yumi, sticking to the game without going into spoilers, there's a full story arc that takes place. I absolutely love her arc that takes place in the game. All the more reason, play the game. You'll do yourself a favor in the process. And I really do hope that everyone in the comments also kind of tries to not be very spoilers. I want to bring more people in, and I want people to enjoy their experience with Yakuza. I want to enhance the experience if I can. So, yeah. So, hopefully everyone in the comments are going to be spoiler free like me and what have you. The Yumi character that you get at the start of Yakuza 1, she's a sweetheart. Like, just an everyday woman that just likes to hang out with her friends and swap stories, have a good time. Nothing to really hate at all. Like, she's just an awesome character. It's one of the reasons why I love Yumi so much. And I feel like the Yumi character is just so vastly different, because we go from just a normal everyday girl to all of a sudden, I want to be spoiler free for both the show and the game, and I don't know if I could really say that this is spoilers when this is like one of the very first scenes you see in the TV show. The very first interaction between two characters. So we witness Kiryu, Nishiki, and Yumi doing a heist, and I'm thinking, what are you doing to my Yumi? she is an awesome character. Like what the hell are we doing here? So because of that, I kind of take mild issue and offense to that, because like I like Yumi, and why is she in the doing a heist? So it seems like they want to do girl boss. There's been plenty of girl bosses throughout the Yakuza series, but out of all the characters you decided to go with, you went with Yumi to be the girl boss. And sorry, I just kind of take some mild offense to that, because now I can't get excited for potentially seeing like a live action version of the story arc that takes place from the game. And so like all of that is thrown out the window, and I can't get excited for it. And of course it still gets worse, because again, I'm trying my best to not go into spoilers for the game or the show. And basically, we now have a new character added. Yumi has a sister. And this goes right into the whole connection between Yumi and Haruka. If you know the relationship between Haruka and Yumi, these were the two that got me into Yakuza 1, and I absolutely loved it. And I was kind of hoping to see a live action version of this relationship. Again, thrown entirely out the window, because it's no longer Yumi and Haruka, it's Yumi's sister and Haruka. And it's like, you just constantly just want to ruin what I loved about Yakuza. Like, all of that just kind of infuriated me, and it's like, well, now I can't get excited for a couple of the things that really sold Yakuza to me. So I can't see these relationships that I fell in love with, and how it just ended so beautifully. Everything was just so perfectly good in Yakuza 1. Like, don't mess with a thing. Everything is just perfect the way it is. I love it. There are some other changes and stuff that did happen as well, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal for the most part, so I'm kind of fine with some of the other smaller changes. But those were the three that kind of stood out to me, and it's just, it makes it not the same. So, as a fan, this is hot garbage, but I will say, if this was its own IP, I would actually say it's perfectly fine, and hell, I would even be giving it a higher score. One of the reasons why I hate this is because you took the Yakuza name and you're adding your own spin to it. That's not the Yakuza that I want. So if this is just like a new IP mob flick that just took place, yeah, I would actually be saying it's like a solid 7 out of 10. Easy. And it's kind of funny to think like I would give it like a 2 out of 10 because like you just hijacked Like a Dragon IP Yakuza game, and it's like you just hijacked the name just to do like your own thing. But if this was its own thing, yeah, I would be saying it's actually pretty good for the most part. It is just kind of funny to think, like, as a fan, I would give it like a 2 out of 10 because you hijacked the name, changed a bunch of characters, and it's not going to be the same thing that I was wanting to see or have like the characters that I want to see intact. So, and to say like, you know, if this was a brand new IP, I would be giving it like a 7 out of 10. Honestly, if you split the difference, I looked at IGN's score and they give it like a 4, and it's like they actually are not like, that's pretty much like what I would have given it if you split the difference there. It would be roughly a 4. I don't want to give IGN too much credit because they're terrible. They do not know what they're doing at their offices, clearly. Anyway, if you want to see a more in-depth review of the Yakuza TV show, I'm willing to venture off into this mess of this bastardized version of Yakuza that I love. So yeah, if you guys want to see me suffer, let me know down in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Or if you guys want to just talk about Yakuza, I'm all for it. So as long as you keep it spoiler free, we should be good. So I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to say. So yeah, links to support me will be down in the description below. I appreciate all of those that do. And yeah, I think I'm just going to get out of here and start my stream. Born to lose, live to win. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. ダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いお酒でも歪まない思い出がバカみたい Now you got a bad perm in your